Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday, December 11th. We don't have any meetings to tell you about today. So on our show, we have Jeff Parker, who is here with a Laguna Woods update. And then we have Sue Margolis, who is here with a United update. So lots of updates today. Let's go ahead and go to our resources for you like we normally do for COVID-19. You can go to covid19.ca.gov. And that's where you can follow along with the governor and his opening or closing plans. You can go to ochealthinfo.com where you can find all of the COVID numbers and coronavirus cases. And then you can call their hotline, which is 714-834-2000. Or you could go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, or you could email us any comments or questions to info@lagunawoodsvillage.com. All right, our weather is looking quite nice. No rain in the forecast, just some clouds and some sunshine. We are looking mostly in the high 60s, low 70s this week. Partly cloudy with 62.50 today, 68.49, 71.51 over the weekend. And we are going to look at lots of sunshine on Monday, 69.50, and then back to partly cloudy on Tuesdays. Beaches, 65.50, and if you're traveling to Mammoth, 43.20. They don't have that much snow left. Big Bear, 48.23, and Palm Springs, 71.49. Now we will tell you our sunset was at 6. Our sunrise is 6:46, and our sunset will be 4:43. Alan, thank you for sending this. This is what you will see at the drive-through nativity this weekend. That is at the church right down the street here. We'll tell you more about that later on in our program, but thank you, Alan, for sending that in. And if you have a holiday photo that you would like to share with us, please send it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Jeff Parker here with the Laguna Woods update.
Today, we are marking the beginning of a new era as City of Hope opens its first location right here in Newport Beach.
We have 500 scientists and doctors who have dedicated their lives to beating cancer. So they use that intellectual capital to try to make sure every patient gets the best care possible that's known to science.
If you struggle to hear during FaceTime or Zoom calls, or when others are wearing a mask, we have an answer. Hi, I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, audiologist and owner of Amazing Hearing. The Widex Moment is the fastest processing hearing aid available. Faster processing means the best clarity possible for you. Join us at our Widex Moment hearing event going on now and experience what our patients are saying.
The Moment hearing aid has changed my life.
Call us today to schedule your appointment.
Welcome to the Meridian at Laguna Hills, a newly multi-million-dollar renovated community. Located in beautiful southern Orange County, the Meridian at Laguna Hills blends quality senior care onto the bright canvas of Laguna Hills Life. With a luxurious 5-star resort-style community and a dedication to resident care, you can experience an exquisite senior lifestyle unlike any other. Discover a community filled with care and the freedom to pursue what matters most. It's a new day and it's yours. Make the most of it at the Meridian at Laguna Hills.
Welcome back. We have Jeff Parker here, who's going to tell us some of the latest numbers like we normally do. Hello, happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you.
And yeah, I mean, we've been doing this pretty much every Monday and Friday, and we will continue to do so until maybe we don't have any more numbers to talk about.
Well,
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would really be nice. And obviously, we're progressing in the vaccine coming out, although obviously very slow, and now they got to prioritize what groups. And as I mentioned last time, we've been in contact with the Orange County task force on vaccines to say, hey, the village is an important place. It's a high-risk place. Most of our residents are 65 and more. So we believe we should be a high priority in that, category 1B, as I used to call it, right after the medical people and doctors and nurses and hospitals and that kind of thing. So we're tracing that down. We keep running that down, talking to our state legislative people. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that they've heard our message. We're even trying to see if we can get on the task force and be a member of that task force. And that would be just more voice towards that. So that, looking at that vaccine coming out at the very first stages, this into this month and then into January and February. So yeah, we'll still be on TV Monday and Friday talking about that. I'm sure probably more than numbers, hopefully.
Yes, well, that will be great. And as soon as we get more information about distribution, where you can have the vaccine, maybe how it, how it makes you feel, those types of things. Because there was some discussion about it, about having allergic reactions. But again, that remains to be seen from the majority of the population to see how they react to it.
Exactly. That would be a great segue into that when we can do it.
Yep, absolutely.
So going to the numbers, as you can see up there, we're still pretty high in the COVID positive cases. We're at 1,500. The other day we were at 2,000. So we're way up compared to what we were a couple of months ago. But again, 22,000 tests. So a lot of tests are being done out there. We'll talk about tests in a minute. Unfortunately, 7 additional deaths reported as of yesterday. And the 6 of those residents are just in normal residential neighborhoods, and 1 in a skilled nursing facility. So it's showing that it's impacting everywhere here. So I'd be careful. Probably the big one, though, that we kind of keep going back to is look at the hospitalization rate. It's in the ICU. We're over now over 1,000 hospital beds, people being hospitalized. That's a very big number, and that's, of course, why we have dropped below that 15% for, unfortunately, Southern California.
Right.
And ICU cases being at 257. Those are pretty much our highest numbers that we've seen, and they continue to rise. So the risk is, do we get to a point where we're in not just in Orange County, but in all of Southern California, going to run out of beds and having to transition to using other hospital beds for just COVID issues?
Well, Santa Ana is experiencing an awful lot of numbers, high numbers, and it's people who are going into the hospitals. And something that I read today in the paper is that they are having to divert some ambulances. So if you have just a regular ER issue, you are now being diverted. And that is what I think the majority of the concern was, is that one hospital gets totally inundated, and then you're going to transport them to, Tustin or wherever, and it's just going to start spreading wider and wider, right?
And that transport is the key to it, because they, just as you said, you don't want to have to be in an ambulance and go 30 minutes to get to a hospital that can take care of you. You want to go to that local hospital. It's an emergency. That's what it's for, right?
Exactly.
And so, yeah, if that one hospital is full and we got to take you to another one, that's why this is so critical in trying to get those numbers back up.
Right. So you see the importance, and I don't think we actually realized until you start reading and hearing about instances that are happening. I mean, you can talk all you want about numbers, right? But then once you start to hear about it actually happening.
No, that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example of what we don't want to have happen. And so it's, again, going back to our community here and all of Orange County, all the state, wear the masks, social distance right now. Really, really be careful, because it has such a negative impact.
Right, exactly. All right. Now we can go to the, we jumped again.
Yeah, so again, unfortunately, now we're up to 30.3 on the, out of 100,000 are showing positive cases. The testing positive rate is at 10.6. Again, the third one there, the health quartile, is actually lagging now, which is, I guess, I'll say it's a good sign, because really that positivity rate of 30 is going to be what we have to get down in order to affect that hospitalization rate. With regards to Laguna Woods, our numbers are up again. So on the 7th, when we talked about the 6th and the 7th, we were at 114 cases, and we're now at 127.
Wow,
So
in
that's
just a week.
quite a bit of a jump
Yeah.
for Laguna Woods in and of itself. And again, to the residents here in the village, this is Laguna Woods community, not just the village.
Right.
We're a big part of that, realize, and unfortunately we don't have the ability to break those numbers down. Wish we did. Our death, the good news on that is that stayed stable, hasn't changed since we talked last time, which was 11 deaths have occurred in the community of Laguna Woods. But that hasn't changed, so that's a good number.
Okay, well, that is keeping it low, thank goodness. All right, well, is there any other COVID stuff other than numbers, or we're testing? Okay,
Yeah,
so we're going to jump into
kits.
testing.
So you know, at the beginning, you had the Orange County Health careagency.com up there and their phone number. One of the things that they've now come up with is there is a testing kit that you can call them up. It is a saliva testing kit.
Okay.
And with that saliva testing kit, you can call up, you can get it. If you call them up and ask for one, they're giving it to every resident. Again, I think the importance is do you feel like you need to get tested? I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for anybody just to go get tested because they're going to overload the system probably.
Right.
But if you are having any symptoms, you're feeling uncomfortable about going out to one of the testing sites, then you can get a home care test from OC Health that gets delivered basically the next day to you.
That's great.
And it takes about 3 to 5 days to get the results.
Okay.
And it is a saliva test, so it's not one in which it's swabbed through your nose or anything like that. So the accuracy is something that they're still trying to deal with, and I want to make sure our residents understand that. But it is another option, and it is something that you can take. And if it's that big a concern to you, I'd highly recommend that you go ahead and get one. If you can get to a formal testing site, theirs is probably a little more precise. But both of them are pretty good, and this one's pretty good. I just don't want people to think, because there has been talk about the false negatives, you know, and you get that. But if you're concerned and you're staying at home and you don't want to leave, this is a great opportunity to get it sent to you directly to your house, and you can send it back.
Yeah, and one thing that you definitely want to do is follow directions, because there are some specifics regarding the at-home saliva test.
Right.
So you really do have to follow the directions, because pretty much anything can alter those results if you don't follow directions. Just like anything else, you know, you want to make sure you follow those.
And we were talking before we came on, it's if anybody's ever done Ancestry.com or 23andMe, it's very similar kind of style. And so you said it precisely, is that if you have to put the right amount of saliva in, you have to do it, follow the instructions pretty detailed to make sure it's accurate.
Right, right, good. Well, another option, like you said, and especially for our residents who have been so wonderful at staying at home and following the directions. And I know we always say wear your mask and social distance, but man, that distancing is really important.
It
you
is.
know, for sure.
And we are, as we know, we're under that new regulations from the state. So we're making sure that with our recreation that we went out and did new markings and with regards to one of our classes and everything. So we have additional distancing and requirements. And like I said, this afternoon we'll be sending out blasts and some additional information with regards to what's critical wearing masks, where you have to do it, where you can not have to do it on outside activities.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate the information. Have a great weekend.
You too. See you on Monday.
See you on Monday. And if you want more information about the saliva test, at-home saliva, you can call the Orange County Health Hotline at 800-564-8448, or you can go to ochealthinfo.com/COVID test. We'll be right back after this with Sue Margolis. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm April, owner of Glitterbug Gold Buyers, your gold buying specialist. We educate, guide, and protect you when selling your gold. How do you know if you're getting the highest payout? At Glitterbug, we provide education so you know you're getting the best deal. We make sure that our customers have an excellent experience, and that's why Glitterbug has a perfect 5-star reputation online. Give us a call to find out about our mobile service, or just stop by our office. No appointment necessary. We look forward to meeting you.
Welcome back. Well, today I have Sue Margolis, who is here to give us a United update. Well, Sue, here we are again.
Yeah, I'm back again with our board meeting report. It's a monthly event.
You do such a good job that, this is why you're back again. All right, well, fill us in.
Well, the last months have been very trying with staff totally incapacitated due to the malware, and we hope to accomplish more this month. We have one important resolution that was on our agenda, and it's Assembly Bill 3182, which requires us to quickly modify our leasing rules. It is not a nice thing that we have to do, but we have to do it. We need to have the changes in place by January 1. And the consequences for us are the rental cap needs to be increased to at least 25%. We at one time had it at 9, but now we'll have to go to, it's not, I think it's 10 or 15.
Okay.
But we'll have to go up to 25. We need to revoke resolution 0117-92. And we had it that you could not sublease for less than 90 days. Now we've got to allow them to do it for 30 days. We hope we don't become an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a nicey. And we have to revoke resolution 011667 and allow buyers to sublease manors immediately after closing the transaction, not 1 year later. We were hoping to get people who wanted to move in here and not wanted to use this as a source of income.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we lost all these things. We tried with the government.
Okay.
If we don't amend our governing docs by December 31st, 2020, it will expose us to a fine of $1,000 civil penalty per applicant. It's not just a one-time fine.
Yeah.
And we will not be able to even put these limitations in. So we passed that resolution with a little bit of rewriting of some of the sessions to make it clearer, but it was passed.
Okay.
Another item in the closed session was the first pass of the earthquake insurance policy was reviewed. It comes to due December 15th. And of course, there was an increase in premiums, and we're still debating what we're going to do, whether we want the 10 million, 5 million, or none is where we're at debating.
Okay.
We have completed our organization of the committees and have named the chair people.
Yes, I can see we have a slide here that shows all the committees and who the chairperson is. Plus, we've even supplied the email. So thank you for that. That's great. Everybody can take a look at that and email whoever they need to.
Yeah, meetings will continue to be held virtual, which is not conducive for input from the residents. But we still need the advice and suggestions. So feel free to email the directors. United needs all hands on deck that we have. Residents can volunteer to be advisors to committees and help in this way. It needs one meeting a month at most. Please consider this. It's not a big, hard job.
Well, that's a good way to get involved. I didn't even
Right.
know that was an option. So you can be kind of an advisor and just sort of sit in. That's a great idea.
You don't have voting rights, but you can voice any opinions that you have.
Well, that's a great way to get involved. At least it's a step in, 1 foot in kind of thing.
In terms for planning for next year, let's change the subject a little bit. The end of the year is a great time to consider ways in which we could work better for the new year. This year, we were going to try harder to improve the quality of our planning, operations, and interactions with residents and our board, as well as between residents and our hard-working staff. Naturally, we should do this every year, but we got caught up with day-to-day tasks and never-ending crises.
Mm-hmm.
The quality task we shall begin to address is trying to make it possible to operate within a quality management system. We will start off by creating standard operating procedures and document these for all tasks that the board directors are required to do. This will make it so future boards understand what is to be done and give continuity to the work the board does, and also allow directors with limited knowledge in an area to function from the get-go. We all don't know everything, obviously. After each document is complete, we'll do a quality part, we'll do an audit, we'll evaluate to see what is written is what we actually do, and we hope the residents will help us with this audit. If we succeed in doing this for the board, we're going to want to implement it in the VMS level. And if there's a systemic problem, we'll want to write up a request that explores what the problem is, give us the root cause of the problem, so we can change the documentation or the process so it never occurs again. Finally, we'll be monitoring and measuring key indicators such as customer complaints, operating cost to budget, projects to schedule, and we'll be looking for trends and hope the indicators are going improvement. Last year, there were many measurements, so we do have a baseline and we can start from where we are and see if we can improve.
Okay.
Finally, I want to give some feedback to the community. The board hears many complaints that this or that is not available. I want to assure you that we're not saving money by not opening up facilities. Much of the cost was collected from the residents for room rentals, clubs, and activities. The extra cleaning being done is also costing us. The amenities are wonderful here, but that's only a small part of our budget and almost none of United's budget. What we're doing with our money at present, United is spending 21% of their funds on upgrades, push-o-matic, relining pipes, re-roofing, and tree trimming. On 15% on utilities, water, sewer, garbage, 8% on insurance, 42% on dry rot, painting, plumbing problems, electrical problems, landscaping, and all the work orders that come in. If you think this work should be stopped or reduced, please let the board know what is more important to be done instead. Last year, the board worked hard not to have an increase in the assessment and to make sure there would not be a need for a special assessment in the near future.
Right. Yeah.
We want you to realize that your board members are unpaid volunteers who usually are putting in over 20 hours of their life each week, hoping for the betterment of the community. The board knows things could be better and are working on making it best for all residents.
Yeah, that's very well said, Sue, and I understand. And thank you to all of the volunteers that come together, every week and all the other hours that you guys spend, because it is a really tough job. And, we have a big city that, our community.
Large city, and we have a large set of residents that we support.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for the update. We appreciate it, and welcome back.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
All right, thank you. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back. Well, I wanted to wish everybody a happy Hanukkah who celebrates Hanukkah. It started last night, and it'll go on now, of course, for the next 8 days. So happy Hanukkah to all of you. So I just wanted to make sure that I said that. Now, our movie for today is called P.S. I Love You, and it is darling. It is a cute, kind of a chick flick, so if you like those, you're going to love this one. It has Hilary Swank and Gerard Butler in it, and it is when Jerry, the husband of Holly Kennedy, dies from an illness, she loses the love of her life. Knowing how hard Holly will take his death, Jerry plans ahead. Beginning on her 30th birthday, she receives the first in a series of letters written by him designed to ease her grief and encourage her to move forward to a new life. So it is really a cute movie. So you're going to enjoy that. You can watch that at 2 and 7 p.m. and that is brought to you by Hogue. Miracle in the Manger is this weekend. Drive-through nativity. We had a picture of it earlier. Tonight, December 11th, it's going to go from 6 to 9, and it's also going to be tomorrow, December 12th, 6 to 9. Parking, it's in the parking lot, and the event is free, and you can just drive on through at Laguna Church of the Cross on 24231 El Toro Road. Now, here's something very interesting. It's called the Virtual Holiday Gift Program, and it's for Meals on Wheels recipients. You can provide a special gift to a homebound senior. You can even do a donation through the Amazon wish list, or you can provide $25 gift cards to Walmart, Target, or Amazon. Now, the last day to donate these items is December 18th, but for more information, go to mealsonwheelsoc.org. Now, there is a fun event that's happening on the 11th. This weekend. It's called the Festival of Arts free monthly virtual concert series tonight, and that's from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Now, jazz singer Darrell Walker is going to pay tribute to the memorable hits of legendary jazz singer Al Jarreau. Now, it is $25 for the household for non-members, so if you really like Al Jarreau, then that might be something you may want to participate in. You can go to foapom.com. Now, just an advisory, there will be tree trimming starting next week at RV Lot A, so you're going to want to watch out for those guys up there. It's a small upper parking area, and it'll be going on from the 14th through the 17th, so watch out for the crews there. Now, as we've mentioned many times this week, there's going to be seasonal fun music, poems, and stories by the Old Pros and the Woods Combo, and that's going to be Sunday night at 6 p.m. So super fun. And if you need something to do this weekend, you can go to the Harbor Lights down in Dana Point Harbor called the Happy Harbor Days, and that is through January 3rd, and it is at the Dana Point Harbor. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. It's looking very nice. Nothing really exciting to report. Just highs in the low 60s, in the high 70s in the middle of the week, and then Tuesday we're going to warm up to 72, but we're looking at 62.50 today, 68.49, 71.51, 69.50, and 72.50. Have a great day in the village. We'll be back again tomorrow, Saturday at 9 a.m., so you can join us then. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday, stay healthy, and happy Hanukkah. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
This is Dr. Trin from Irvine Clinical Research. I hope that during this pandemic that you're doing well and keeping safe. During these times, I want to let you know that we're still offering memory testing at no cost through Healthy Brain consultations. If you or your loved ones have concerns with memory loss, you don't need to leave your home to chat with me. We're offering these consultations online. Call us at 753-1663 to schedule your Healthy Brain consultation video chat. Thank you so much and take care.
For the sweaty faces and the hidden smiles, the foggy glasses and the sore ears, the determined looks and the muffled laughs. A simple piece of fabric makes a big statement. I care. Let's all do our part to slow the spread. Wear a mask. Learn more at covid19.ca.gov.
By staying home, the community of Orange County has made a difference. But doing so shouldn't mean putting your own health at risk. Hogue wants you to know that safe, quality care is available. Don't ignore or delay the medical attention you need. From routine checkups to revolutionary treatments, Hogue is here for you, just as we have been for almost 70 years. Like no other time before, your healthcare choices matter. Get the care you need from the name you trust.